What's up, guys? Midar True Grid Development. I want to talk quickly about researching foreclosures. So you've located your foreclosure property through a list or through an agent or whatever. I actually have another video to show you how you can find those listings. But that's half the battle. I want to make a quick video on what you need to do once you found that property. There's two main things you got to do. Is one, you got to research if there are any other if there are any other mortgages that exist on the property that are senior to the mortgage that is forcing foreclosure. And number two is you want to research any liens and judgments that may exist on that property. Because guess what? If they are liens and judgments, and if they are senior to the foreclosing loan, then you will be paying those. What I mean by senior is if the date when those liens and judgments were put in place precedes the date of the mortgage, then that makes them senior to that mortgage and you will be paying those. There's an exception. You're always going to be responsible for municipal liens. That's taxes and other services through the municipality or township, such as sewer, water, whatever else you got going on where you live. So going back to the mortgage part of things, you want to make sure that when you're researching your foreclosure property, that the mortgage you are in fact bidding on is the senior mortgage. And if it isn't, you want to make sure that the senior mortgage that exists on the property is known, and you want to know how much that mortgage is, so that way you know that if you are actually the successful bidder on the property, that you can afford it and you can pay the senior loan. So let me put that in numbers. So a property has two mortgages on it. For example, mortgage A and mortgage B. Mortgage A is the first mortgage on the property, B is the second. So this person bought the property and got a loan, and that is mortgage A. Then 2 years later, they pulled some equity out of the property, got an equity line of credit. Now they got mortgage B. So mortgage B is the second. So fast forward 10 years later, they defaulted on mortgage B. Mortgage B is now foreclosing on the property. So you want to make sure that what you're bidding on at auction is the senior loan. In this case, it isn't. So you want to make sure that you know the amount of the senior loan to make sure that the property still makes sense to bid on. So on the face of it, property's market value is $250,000. Let's say mortgage B is only 50 grand. So you look at it, and on the face of it, it's a slam dunk. That's a home run. You're going to make a lot of money on this deal. But however, if mortgage A is $200,000, then guess what? You're going to lose money on this property. So just make sure that when you're doing your research, you get all that stuff in order. I will put another video on how to research that as well in further detail. But I just wanted to put this one out there. Again, remember, you're doing mortgages. You're researching mortgages on the property, existing mortgages, and then you're researching liens and judgments. These are two main categories that you got to research and find out as much information as possible before you go ahead and bid on the property. Hope this helps you. If it did, please help me grow my channel. Subscribe. It takes 2 seconds. If you have any comments, if you're working on a deal and unsure about things, just go ahead and shoot me a comment, and I'll take a look at it. Maybe I'll help you with it. Thanks, guys.